And you know what, Mike? Usually I do it.
Andre.
But we're going to have you do it this week.
We have a character spotlight, and I think the only reason I'm doing it is for two reasons. One, I did find it, and I did bring this character up. But I think the second reason why is I think you were terrified of saying the name for some reason.
For some reason, I was absolutely terrified to say this name.
So I'm not gonna say it the way he says it, but the character's name is URoRRuR'R'R. And the way I guess you're supposed to say it,
please.
URoRRuR'R'R. The way you're supposed to say it, I think, and people, like, from what I'm reading online, is if you watch A New Hope, and you watch, so he's the Tusken Raider who attacks Luke, okay? When you watch that, he basically says what sounds like his name in a part of that, which is where they get his name from.
Okay, so he says his own. I'm not. After a battle, I'm not saying, Andre!
I mean, hold on though. Let's be honest. If you watch like the Happy Gilmore movies, every time the bully kid bullies somebody, he goes, O'Doyle rules.
O'Doyle rules.
So he could be like, bam, knocks him out, and he's like, O'Doyle rules. Like, he could be doing that.
Oh, but what's he doing?
What's
he doing though? What you gotta say is it. you gotta do it.
So he's the specific same person who knocks out Luke in A New Hope before Obi-Wan scares him off. His name is mostly from legends and games. Comes from expanded material like card games, not directly from the movie. People just kind of gave him that name because of the noises he made. So I don't think there's ever been anything in like canon that's confirmed that that's like definitively his name. I think that's just one of the names that that people have given him because of the way he sounds. 3, I didn't see this one. Canon gave him a different name. In canon, he's been identified as a Koba in later stories. So I didn't know that, which is kind of interesting. Giving him more like of a grounded identity. It's kind of interesting. I'd like to see, I guess, more Tusken Raiders and I guess see what their names are, because I want to see, I guess, which name aligns up and like how they pronounce these names, right? Because they're not going like for stuff and then be like, Akoba, you know what I mean? Like they're not. They're not doing that, right? So how are they calling this guy?
I mean, I don't think they're calling him. I think they
gotta have names.
I don't know.
Like, you're not gonna be like, hey yo, Tusken number 5.
Or
wait, did he say URoRRuR'R'R or URoRRuR'R'R? So yeah, me. So he's part of the Tusken Raider culture. Like other Tuskens, he's part of the nomadic tribe that fiercely protects their territory on Tatooine, especially against outsiders. We've seen them in, earlier movies like Phantom Menace when they were shooting at the pod racers, stuff like that. We, of course, saw them in A New Hope. We saw them in Book of Boba Fett. Book of Boba Fett was actually a little bit different, though, because they weren't chasing out an outsider. They kind of welcomed Boba Fett in.
Yeah,
like, I think they captured him at first.
They captured him first.
Yes,
yeah.
but they still welcomed him in.
Yeah, after he protected them essentially.
For sure. It's still, I would say it's still different than what we were normally used to seeing them as, right?
And
I'm actually kind of surprised they took him as prisoner, not.
Yeah, and I mean it also goes to show in The Mandalorian, when in season 2 when they're fighting the Crate Dragon.
Yep.
And Mando can speak Tusken, and he basically protects Cobb Vanth from being killed,
Yeah.
or getting into a big fight at least.
Right.
And then they end up being friends. Like they basically ended space racism in that episode.
Space racism. That's one thing Didn't think I'd hear on this
They
podcast.
did. They did.
I believe you. I believe you. So Mandalorian
Because
is
all
a
of those
peacemaking bounty
townspeople.
hunter.
Yes, all of those townspeople were like, I hate those Tusken Raiders. I can't stand them. And then all of a sudden, they're like forced to work together. And then all of them are like, I guess these guys aren't that bad. You know? They're ending it.
Yeah,
they're squashing beef.
So Mando did the opposite of Anakin.
Yeah.
Anakin genocided them. Like, he just absolutely slaughtered tons of them.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
all of them.
all right,
Not just
so
the men, but the women and the children.
Yeah, women and children too. So he's also low-key iconic despite barely appearing in the movie. He had like 30 seconds of screen time and still became a named character, which I guess would be like peak Glup status. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, the Glup. The Glup status. The Glups.
But yeah, I mean, I think this came up because of that Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, like the fact that he's like a named character in the game. That's his name in the game. Yep.
Oh my gosh. I would have had no idea.
Yeah, pretty funny.
Yeah.
But that's all I have for the character spotlight, so.
Sounds like a great... I can't wait to have that as a title for one of our videos.
Honestly, it's almost like they were creating the Tusken Raiders, and they were like, we got to give them their own language. And like one of the Lucasfilms people was at like SeaWorld that day, and they were like, oh, we can make them sound like seals. Like,
that's exactly what they said.
Just have them talk like that. And it's like, okay.
100%, man. 100%.
I'm sorry.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. Listen, I'm excited for everything that's coming out. And Galactic Racer's coming out, not soon, but in the next less than 4 months. That'll be cool. I'm excited for that. I'm not like super excited, but I'm excited, you know?
Right.
We got to start working on that helmet soon. There's just a lot. There's a lot going on, and we are gonna make the most of it, you know. So, if you guys believe that we deserve it, throw us a like, subscribe. Unless you think we're fake Star Wars shills, you know, all that.
Oh goodness.
We also probably didn't, in your opinion, we didn't watch the movies at all. But you know, shame. You know, I didn't watch the movies. Don't have 10 Star Wars tattoos, and I don't dress up as Boba Fett on my weekends. You know, none of that makes sense.
You only do it on your weekends, bro?
Dude, if I could dress for the job I want, I'd dress as Boba Fett every day.
Fair.
So throw us a like, throw us a sub, comment, tell us our editing sucks, tell us whatever, you know. Other than that, we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.
Yes. Peace.